See you, TMG.
Offense when they're on the court. It's just a decision you have to make, because you could just give it to the best player, the best defensive team, the best defensive player on that team. You could.
It's true. To conclude, quickly sum up anti-Yarde, and Arthur. Obviously, we were there.
Oh yeah,
in the flesh.
Well on Yarde.
Yeah.
Well, some of us predicted. I think I predicted Arthur to win.
I did as well.
I thought it was going to be by points, but the way that fight started and just continued, it was just an absolute onslaught.
I watched about just before we came today, and it was closer than we thought. Before the fourth round.
I think there was the second round that Arthur won.
No, the first round, Yarde was explosive. He won that round. Second round, Arthur won. The third round was actually closer than we thought. I gave it to Yarde, but you could have given it.
Arthur
landed some clean punches. Just that the issue was, see, Bugs put it perfectly. Yarde would not have been denied. He couldn't have been denied that day
because it was constant. It was constant.
It was focused. He knew his career essentially was on the line because he what's his name? Arthur landed some clean punches with his right hand. Yarde just walked straight through them, unfazed. Unfazed. But obviously, because we were up in the stands, you couldn't really see.
I couldn't see it, but what I could feel was that Yarde was just on him.
No,
you could just feel it.
You could see the big clear punches and the pressure that Yarde was putting, especially the feints. Because I have a little record I want to put on a page. The feints that Yarde was doing.
It was just it was doing the feint, and Arthur was like,
he was backing Yarde into the corner. The feints were mad, and I credit to Yarde for doing that. But yeah, because we were a bit further away, you couldn't really see the punches that Lynn and Arthur was landing, and he landed some clean punches, but Yarde just ate them.
Hey, when he had him in that corner and he was just pummeling, I was feeling for
body and head attack. I tell guys,
he just finishing him. But Arthur was not like he was putting himself in a corner. They had no space to escape. It was just on the ropes. It was frightening, man.
But I'll tell you about Arthur. His jab is amazing, though.
Like
his jab. Remember, I was discussing on the fight. I think maybe I was speaking to Daniel. His jab is just amazing.
You said he was landing with his jab. He was keeping him there.
He was, but Yarde was walking through. I mean, Yarde just couldn't be denied that day. I mean, he was so focused. He knew, like I said, this is now or never. And as won that, he's on par to fight the winner of Callum Johnson. I think Joe Smith Jr. I think when they hold the WBO belt. So we'll go from there. But a shout out to Yarde. I mean, silence all the doubts, myself being one. They brought in a guy called, I think, James Cook or Joe Cook. Supposed to be a top elite old head trainer, and he's clearly made a difference to their camp because, obviously, to be fair, in his defense, last time they fought, which is basically this time last year, he was going for a lot of family bereavements.
That's what I was gonna say, man. And for him, I think for Anthony Yarde to be going through all of that back to back as well, and it go the full 12 rounds, I think that's a credit to him.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people would have been not focused, maybe even pulled out the fight.
Yeah.
And he stuck in there and he lost on points in a fight where some people say you could have given it either way. I do think he lost, and for him to come back and stop him, well, it's commendable. It's commendable, man. He stopped him. I think Lyndon Arthur shouldn't, in my opinion, come straight back for a rematch. He should cool off because you got beat up. You got beat up.
When you get beat up, you don't come back for a rematch.
I mean, if he try to rebuild his career, and if, let's say Yarde has a belt or whatever,
go back to him after.
You can find potential after, but it was weird the way it ended because he kind of was up, but the referee just waved off.
He dropped straight after that.
No, he didn't. He dropped straight. Oh, well, he dropped after the referee called it off, but it was up by 9. Maybe the referee was saw in his eyes.
His eyes. Maybe his eyes, because when he dropped after, I was like, boy, this guy's taking a real beating,
I mean, Yarde was just explosive that night, and it's a great fight to be. I mean, I wish I had lasted another 2 rounds, but it was great, man.
Yeah, man, I won't complain. Got home nice and early.
Hopefully we get Buatsi, Daniel Aziz, those guys. Daniel Aziz, the local boy, Lucian boy. Hopefully we fight those guys.
What's you eat? What? Arthur?
I can fight Arthur, I can fight Yarde. I'll be there, man. The local fights. Let's get it. Joshua Buatsi, he should be fighting for a belt very soon.
Yeah, man. Keep rising to the ranks.
And one thing I commend both of those fighters, Arthur and Yarde, have minimal amateur experience. I think Yarde was 11-1, 12-1, so 11 KOs. Lyndon Arthur even had a losing amateur record, 5-6. They both started boxing at 18, 19, so very late. and it's still to
Have he got his 5 L's early and then he started winning?
Sorry?
Did he get his 5 L's early and then start winning?
No, it was all mixed. I think he lost 3 in a row. I think he lost his last 5. No, it was 5 or 6. He won 5, lost 6. Funnily enough, as an amateur record. Like I said, they started their careers late 80s, 90s, and they're able to box to this level. It's a real testament to their grit and their grind and their talent above it all. So,
Can we say the same about Anthony Joshua?
I've mentioned about him. He meant Wilder. That's what this. You obviously want to hear this episode. I mentioned. Obviously, Tyson Fury is the best in the division right now, but technically he should be. I mean, he's been boxing since basically out of the womb.
Yeah.
He comes from boxing age. Wilder and AJ, 18, 19, 20. You're not going to make up essentially 20 years of boxing knowledge.
Yeah, well, we need to get a powerful right hand. The most powerful.
It doesn't matter
in the division.
because they take it away.
Oh, they did.
It's just the fact that Tyson, every time he eats it, gets up like the Undertaker and just finishes him off.
That's what was killing Wilder the most. Is that it's
the guy's just
because do you know what happens in your head? It's psychologically when you've built up one weapon in your arsenal and said, if I hit you with this, you know that it's over basically. Because I've done it to everyone else and it's over. When a man breaks up from that, it's like, bro, what else can I do?
You're thinking to yourself, yeah, okay. Like you said, what do you do? Because you've knocked him down and he gets up. I think, you see in the third fight, when Fury's gone down, I think Fury went down because he just thought, you know what, let me
cool off.
Let me cool off because it's getting a bit too hectic. Yeah. He didn't go down because the guy sparked him. He's more, let me take a break, let me just
you know what's so deep is that
down.
Fury's knockdowns of Wilder are actually, they're punishing because it's constant.
That's
it's constantly knocking him. It's constantly. Yeah.
I think that's what AJ's power is like. You feel his power over time. When he keeps
I think AJ's more instant. I think AJ can just get you out like that.
No, I don't. When has AJ really banged one guy, bow out? Never.
I think AJ got power of both hands though.
AJ will bang you, but I think, let's say, if he gives you 10 power punches, you will sleep. Like Wilder can give you 1 and you will sleep.
Huh? He knocked him out. He knocked.
No, okay, but how many rounds?
AJ
knocked him down before that, and he was giving him good punches before the uppercut. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like they were
uppercut. He's going to bed, bro.
I mean, I think I'd say the capacity of their power. I mean, like I say, Wilder, because he's so invested in his power, and that's essentially what he has. He puts his whole being essentially to all of his punches with his right hand.
That's what I said.
Most of it. I mean, the one against Fury, he was a good strike straight. He didn't put everything into it. If you watch Wilder's knockouts, it's like he's putting absolutely everything into all the punches. He jumps into it, he puts, he gets so much talk on it, it's like, Jesus Christ.
That's why he needs to knock you out with that.
I mean, and Wilder, we'll see what he can do, but flipping AJ, I mean...
It's the greatest fight of all time.
The greatest fight of all time, but yeah, it's been chill.
It's been chill, man.
Giving you guys double time.
Double episode.
Make sure you like and subscribe, follow us on all socials, that'll be the Instagram, the Twitter. Make sure this does audibly. You've got a like box there for you. Hopefully next time will be,
lit up.
But this does audibly, Apple Podcast.
Of course he's gonna say that.
Spotify. But yeah, it's your boy Mello, J.A., the guest, Josh.
That's
me.
me.
John, I'm tired. I'm so tired.
Hey, go to bed then. Go to bed.
I've been working 2 hours.
Huh? You've been working 2 hours? Oh yeah, he's been doing a lot. Coaching, football,
I see you got a win in your coaching. Congrats, man. I see that.
A win.
I see what you're doing on the weekend, now.
No, we drew, man.
I thought you won. Yeah, but anyway,
it felt like a win because we were 3-0 down.
Well done. That's decent. Resilience.
Still got time to fit in Taco Social.
But hey, I got great news. I'm happy as hell. I've finally signed a keeper.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I'm gassed. And the guy who used to be a defender can play with the boys' feet, so we're going to be doing some Manuel Neuer type thing.
Don't do too much Neuer. Make sure he keeps as
well. He's going to be passing the ball at the back. He'll be the 7th man on the field.
Neuer in what year? Because if it was a couple years ago, you don't want that.
Sorry, never Neuer. He's left with Edison. He's going to be doing...
And then he's not saving?
No, he's going to save.
Huh? Edison, that's at the first shot on target.
He's going to do back. You know what I mean? And then say we're going to do a counter-attack, but just clear the ball.
Are you sure he's not like Mendy?
Mendy, nah.
What Mendy? Chelsea's not.
Yeah, did you see what he did on the weekend?
But that's one game. Come on, man.
Nah, but he's been pending.
That
has been pending.
Does every keeper not have a shocking game?
No.
Let's be real.
That foot getting caught on the ball was been pending. I've been seeing that for. Bro, I was shocked that this is the one that he got caught on.
No. Did you know the back pass support though?
Jorginho.
Hey.
You see when people say Jorginho Ballon d'Or?
They're saying Ballon d'Or. If he had won Ballon d'Or, that would have been a disgrace.
A disgrace.
That's worse than Nedved.
Can't lie, Lewandowski still got robbed, but we move, man.
Worse than Nedved.
Yeah, Nedved was a quality player.
Don't you ever... Nedved, that's a robbery. That's the biggest
That's
robbery.
the biggest robbery.
It's a robbery,
That's
but
the biggest
Nearly
robbery.
up to the Robin one.
No, but then again, Lewandowski got robbed because they didn't want to give it last season. So
That's
that
got
is
best
slightly
striker.
the biggest
Got the
one.
best striker award though.
I mean, but
You think I would have accepted that? I would have said, you're taking a
they
minute.
never
I'll
won. He
take
got his team to a Champions League final, I believe. Henry, unfortunately, I think got knocked out in the quarterfinals in round of 16. In the year there was no international trophy, you need to do one in the Champions League. If you get knocked out in the quarterfinals, you won't win it. Unless you put Messi
Ballon
on.
d'Or. Pavel.
All
That
I'm
was a
going to say
quality
is, when you ask most
100%.
man just say, yeah, Henry got robbed. I'm not going to even entertain that with you, but Lakers,
No, he-
trade Westbrook, please, for your
No.
sanity. Get
No.
some shooters.
Keep
Get
Westbrook.
some shooters.
Trading for Buddy Hills.
No, keep him.
But you know what that does? Yeah?
Tell AD to
The
lose weight.
value of that is so crazy. Like, I don't know.
Anyway, we can talk about this after the pod.
No, we get
Love.
him. He's a local lad. We'll get him in again. Trust
Yeah,
me.
of course.
We're
In a bit.
Thank you.
See ya,
Thank you.
man.
Bye.
We're out.
We're out.
How long was that? 2 hours.